We wanted to include All Saints in our estate planning because All Saints has changed our lives, and we would like All Saints to continue to do that for other people. As we talked about this, I was thinking about our family and who we are individually and as a family, and it's nothing dramatic, but we would be different people and our lives would be entirely different if it were not for All Saints, for the people here, the experiences we've had, the ways we've been able to be involved in community locally and beyond that. All Saints has changed our lives. We'd like to see that continue for other people. Pay it forward.
On the back wall of the church, there's a plaque with people's names on it. It indicates that they are members of the All Saints Legacy of Faith Society. The Legacy of Faith Society was established about 12 years ago here at All Saints to help people remember this church in their legacy planning. We specifically ask people to indicate that their gift will go to the All Saints Operating Endowment. But more importantly, the people on that plaque have remembered All Saints because All Saints matters to them. And so they have indicated either in their will or in their life insurance policy or in some part of their end-of-life planning that they want a portion of that to go to this church. We're hoping that more All Saints members will become members of the Legacy of Faith Society too. And we brought some of these charter members of the Legacy of Faith Society to tell their stories today, so that you might also consider how you can support this church even after your death.
Dan and I included All Saints in our giving plan because of our commitment to giving back to those institutions that were the most meaningful to us. Dan's life and work was in development. So when we got ready to do our own gift planning, we decided to reserve part of what we would leave at our deaths to our children and another part to some institutions that we believed in, and All Saints was certainly one of those.
When I joined this church in 1996, the choir was there to welcome both me and my husband and daughter. And my daughter was essentially raised in this parish. The choir has been with me through good times and bad. They were there, they sang for Bill's ordination to the diaconate, which was a truly joyous occasion. They also sang at Bill's memorial service. So they're a part of my family and a true source of friendship and love.
I decided to remember All Saints in my estate plan. It was during a vestry meeting that was brought up, and it was the first time I had been sat down in a room full of grown-ups who are not my family, and we all started to share about what we planned for, but why wouldn't you just write it down? Like, put your money where your mouth is. Oh, I love All Saints. Well, then write it down. What's the big deal? And we had just had Molly. We were going to have to update the will anyways. All right, I can add a line with All Saints. It was easy.
Well, I think we believed that was the best use of the money in terms of what was needed at the time we were leaving it. And this place has always been run well financially, and so I certainly trust whoever receives that money to put it to its best use.
The truth is that our budget is it's an operating budget, it's based on what people give. And there's pressure all the time, and this was one other way to help relieve that pressure. Now, that's the nits and grits of it, but for future generations, my hope would be that there would be not so much pressure on that budget, and that we could continue to do the outreach and do the inreach that we do here without so much feeling like we have to. As one of our other members says, it's not that difficult, and we found ways to help people know that it isn't difficult to do this.
Like I give every month, we give every month, we give our time. So just one more time, there will be a little bit left over for everybody. You give it to the things that mean the most to you.
In my work with a company that did this, I found that more and more and more people were not giving it all to their children. So if that's the case, then where is it going? And why not here? A lot of people give to the university or their university. That's great. A lot of people give to local charity. That's just wonderful. But what happens when we multiply by all of us at All Saints is that that little bit that you might give here as well, it really adds up.
If you choose to join the Legacy of Faith Society, if you choose to remember All Saints in your legacy planning, this is how you do it. You make your own plans with your family, people who are important to you, and with your attorney or financial advisor. In those plans, you indicate that whatever it is you intend to leave to All Saints should be directed to the All Saints Operating Endowment Fund. Then you come meet with me confidentially, and we go over your plan, and it is filed on record here. Once a year, you receive a letter from the church asking you if this is still your intention, because of course, you're free to change your intentions at any time. Your gift is confidential. No one knows the dollar amount. All they know is that you have bravely stepped up to remember this place in your planning and that you desire for its mission and ministry to continue over the years. We hope that you will consider the Legacy of Faith Society.